Hey guys, and welcome back to another movie review. So I tried to get this one in on the day that it was relevant for, and I missed it by like 45 minutes as of the time of filming. By the time it uploads, it'll probably be like morning, but whatever. But it is Bright Lights, Big City, because it was Michael J. Fox's birthday, and it seemed too perfect. And some argue he kind of fits the criteria as a twink, even though he's straight. It's like, you know what? Free pass. Free pass. Because I also had Brokeback Mountain yesterday, therefore we're just taking a little diversion for just one. And since technically now that it's the 10th, it's also Judy Garland's birthday, so I'll just sandwich this in between that and one of hers, and we'll call it a day. So anyway, I thought I reviewed this forever ago, but I went back and I checked, and I guess I didn't. Maybe I meant to, and I never got to it, but anyway, this is from 1988, so smack dab in between Back to the Future 1 and 2, in terms of when it came out, amongst other titles that he did as well around that same era. He was like just cranking them out left and right at this time frame, because he was kind of on top of the world. He had Back to the Future 1 behind him, he had Family Ties behind him. I think he had already done Teen Wolf, and may have already done Secret of My Success. I think that was around the same time as this too. But this one really kind of went against the grain of his usual kind of stuff, because he actually did drama for this role. Usually he was like comedy, if not rom-com, but usually more just comedy, or sci-fi in the case of Back to the Future, but regardless, that was usually what he was typecast for. Until this one, where he actually got a proper dramatic role, and boy did he act the hell out of it. So, for this role, he basically played a cocaine-addicted, not journalist, magazine editor, basically. He doing the research for it and such. But of course, like, his addictions are really, really bad and pretty much spiraling out of control. He's also coping with the loss of his mother. He's also coping with the loss of his marriage. He has got a lot going on, and it is all coming to a head in the week that this movie takes place in. And you watch him spiral out just from the start of the week to the end of the week. It's like, oh my god, that was a big week for this guy. Oh my goodness. But, I did like seeing his real-life wife get a role in this as well. I thought that was very cute. It's a nice touch. But the way that he acted in this, you would swear that he must have had an actual addiction problem at some point in his life because he played it so well. But according to his books and everything, no. He just played it really freaking well. He had a drinking problem for a little bit, never had a drug problem though, so it's like, wow, he's just that good. Damn! Damn! Even as somebody with a past in that, I'm watching that going, he's got it spot on. Oh my god. So, wow. This is not the first time I've seen this one. Honestly, of his more serious roles, this one arguably is my favorite one, not because of that, but I mean just in general, because he's so good in it. And he's adorable, as always. There's a few CGI things in here where I'm like, oof. I mean, I guess for the times it was maybe high-tech, but I'm like, no, I feel like there was better animations than this that I saw in other things from the same era. So this was kind of more like low budget in regards to those. But it's fine. It's fine. We're not holding it that against it. I dock the score a little. But, the freaking coma baby that's in the newspapers that he's like, he cannot get it off his mind because he's been following this tale, and in his drug-addled brain, there is a downright creepy-ass scene with that. And I don't know if it's my imagination, I don't know if it's on purpose, but it seems like they gave the baby his eyes, but then on and off throughout it, they give him the creepy CGI baby's eyes. It's weird. It's weird. I'm sure that it was trying to make a statement, but it just comes off as unsettling every time it pops up. It's like, can we not? Please? Like, just please? But apart from that, my only other real complaint with this is just plot-wise, it kind of is jumping all over the place in too many directions for the length that this film is, and for everything it's trying to cram into it. I feel like it does lose something in some aspects of it. Like, obviously, yeah, time constraints, you can only do so much with that. Nothing's going to be perfect. But it's like, it didn't have to quite try to be as ambitious as it tried to be, because after a certain point, it's like, there's just so much going on, you eventually hit a point of mental fatigue with it, and you almost start getting to a point where I'm not even sure I am tracking everything going on from the start to the end of this. I have watched this movie multiple times over, and I feel like I'm still picking up on aspects of the storyline where I'm like, oh yeah, I didn't catch that last time, I didn't catch that before. Because there's just so much going on in so many different directions. I'm like, if we could have dialed it back some, just a little, I think it would have helped in that regard. But, that said, it does not take away from the way he acted it. That part was expert. Now, when it comes to his inner monologue thing and the narration he does over it, this is where I feel like it could have potentially been a little bit better, because it sounds almost robotic in the way that he's reading it off, as opposed to his actual acting in this. I don't know if that was an intentional choice to really give a delineation between the two, or if it just worked out that way. But that's like my only other little nitpick with this. But otherwise, it is surprisingly good. If you've ever wanted to see a dramatic Michael J. Fox role, or if you ever wanted to see what it would be like if Michael J. Fox were a cokehead, watch this movie. For me, it's awkward on a couple levels, because I'm like, I used to date somebody who not only reminded me of Michael J. Fox in general, but specifically this Michael J. Fox in this role right here. This basically, yeah. It'd be awkward. Like, especially watching it back now, thinking back 10 years ago, I'm like, ooh, yeah, actually, probably should have been a lot of red flags with that. But anyway, that's a side note. It does make me self-conscious when I watch this one because of it, but I digress. It doesn't take away from the film itself. But, oh, and I guess, like, some of the music in it feels so dated at this point. It's like, yeah, it's only like a not quite 40-year-old movie. It's almost there. It's almost there, from 88, so we're like 3 years off from the 40th anniversary, but it's amazing how some music can be from that era or older and not feel like old, but then other stuff that is like specifically like that super 80s sound just feels old and dated. I don't know how else to articulate it. It is almost 1 in the morning. My brain is not fully functional at that hour. So, I mean, I'm trying here. But, again, minor nitpicks aside, it is a really good one. It is a more serious one, especially for people who've kind of, like, written off Michael J. Fox as just, like, silly little fluff movies that are never serious. This one is. This one's an exception. So, if that's more your speed, maybe give this one a shot, or if you haven't seen it in like a lot of years, maybe revisit this one again and just remind yourself how freaking good he was. Just saying. I personally think I would rate this one, I'm gonna say a 4 out of 5. It's not perfect, but it is really good. It is really good. So, anyways, that is about it for this one. So as usual, you know what to do. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a like. If you're not already and you'd like to be, click subscribe, hit that notification bell icon so you never miss an upload. Leave comments down below. Make sure you're following my social media accounts, my Facebook fan page, my Twitter, my Instagram, my eBay, my Reddits, everything and more is all down below. And if you like what I do here on this channel and you'd like to help support it, the donation link, as always, is down in the description. Get your name on the end card for a month from the time of donating. Anyway, guys, until next time, see ya.